Greetings, lovely citizens from beautiful city of Lorville. Today, I want to show you some news from Star Citizen 4.0.2 PTU and do a quick test of hangar decoration. Because I am really curious when we will be able to decorate our hangars properly. Better server performance can be pretty useful if we're talking about physics of objects, but in my opinion it's not the ultimate answer to these problems, but we will see. Let's first check out new ships available in shops in PTU right now. I definitely need to wait a little bit. A lot of players want to buy the ship in the shop, but I bought one ship already, so maybe instead of checking terminals, let's go straight to the hangar and I show you everything. This is RSI Zeus ES, and I am using right now this nice Headhunter's livery, and yeah, Zeus series is finally available to buy in-game. And this is pretty nice line of ships. We have ES, the exploration variant, much cheaper, and CL, the cargo variant, little bit expensive for my taste, but in other hand, this ship have lot of cargo space. Okay, let's open this ship. Here we have only 32 SCU of cargo grid in ES variant, but for me it's not a big deal. I'm not a cargo hauler, but having this space to transport maybe ROC, Zeus ES is probably the best ship to transport ROC because of huge fuel tanks and additional storage system. Yeah, I really like this line of ships. If we're talking about interior and overall utility, but not combat, definitely not combat. And I show you why. So let's find nice place to rest. As we see here, we have this lovely interior with seats, with 3 very big storage lockers, 1350k micro SCU each. So lot of storage for you and your crew, but in my opinion this ship can be run by one player without too much problems. Nice weapon racks here. Nice kitchen here, as we see, with a little window. Maybe this RSI interiors are not so cozy, like for example Argo Raft interior or SRV interior, which is for me one of the most welcoming interiors on ships right now in Star Citizen. But I think it's pretty nice. Okay, component access, engineering terminal. I don't want to show you everything because you've probably seen all of this in other videos related to the Zeus series, but as we see some suit lockers, probably also escape pods, but I don't know. One of the best features of Zeus Mk II line is multiple entrance and exits from the ship, but I can't open this airlock right now. I don't know why. And ton of gun racks. As you probably know, I love gun racks, and this ship have a ton of this. What the freaking hell? Anti-cheat? I'm not using anything, I swear. Alright, I'm back, and this is Zeus CL this time, the cargo variant. Much more expensive, not 4 millions, but 6 millions. And I don't know if making additional 2 millions and buying Constellation Taurus is not better idea. But hey, this is brand new ship with brand new stuff. To be honest, this cargo grid is a little bit clunky if we want to load it manually. Of course, if you want to load entire cargo grid, and this is still cheap for 6 millions Alpha UEC. In comparison, Raft is for 3.5 millions, and C1 is also for 3 millions and something. Of course, C1 can hold only 64 SEO of cargo, but you can slap additional 32 box inside of C1, so we have 96 we're talking about C1, but we will see the stats of the Zeuses and cargo grids and everything a little bit later. I want to only show you the interior of CL variant, not really different. We still have this great weapon racks. We don't have too much quantum and hydrogen fuel like in CL. We don't have the seats here. The kitchen is also much smaller, but this is weird. Please tell me in the comment, what do you think about this? Because I actually like this kitchen much more. The kitchen on ES variant was bigger and we had a little bit more room here, but why we need this room in the kitchen? Here is everything we really want from the kitchen on the spaceship. Two fridges here. Here is no additional fridge, but we don't need this additional fridge at all. And another weapon rack is here in the cargo bay, which is, in my opinion, little bit more convenient than in ES variant. This is perfect place for bigger tractor beams and smaller ones, to be honest. Alright, let's look at the stats. This is Zeus Mk II ES variant. I placed here full stealth loadout, stealth grade C, power plants, stealth grade C, shields. ES have 4 shields and only 1 stealth grade B cooler. As we see, if we lower the engines to the minimum, lower by 1 the life support, we still can have full power to the shield, and our signatures are around 11k, which is not very bad, to be honest. If we're talking about medium ships, let's compare it to the Cutlass Black. Cutlass Black can have at least 13.7k cross-section signature, which is a little bit bigger signature than Zeus. This is weird. I think Zeus is bigger than Cutlass, but okay, Cutty is built different, let's assume. Let's look at the C1. C1 have 24.7k cross-section signature, As we see, we have bonuses to the signature if we're talking about C1, so this is definitely not a stealthy ship. Even base Freelancer have bigger cross-section signature than Zeus. I don't know if this is accurate, especially we have steel, plus 10% EM, AR and CS signatures here in Zeus ES variant. But if we look at the Zeus CL, the cross-section is even less, because we don't have this signature bonuses. Zeus Mk II CL can be the most stealthy medium ship in the verse, and I think it's a good choice for Pyro. If you want to have a very convenient, very nice and useful daily driver for yourself. But of course, the Zeus series is not a combat ships. We have only 2 size 4 weapons for pilot. This is less DPS than, for example, Freelancer. Let's change this for Omniskies, because Zeus series have Omnisky cannons in stock. For some reason, Hercule.games shows me much less sustained DPS in the for Omnisky size 3 than here. Okay, so this is a bug, because remote turret is counting as additional DPS for Zeus. This is weird. Let's check it out. I need to be sure if it is error in the Hercule.games page, or maybe this remote turret is slaved to the pilot. No, we can use only these 2 Omniskies. So, as we see, very low sustained and burst DPS comparing to the standard medium ship like Freelancer, Cutlass or C1. But okay, Zeus series have other nice things. For example, fuel tanks, 93 SCU of hydrogen capacity in ES variant, and 2.6 SCU of quantum fuel capacity, also in ES variant, so this is very good ship to fly across, for example, Pyro, and try to find some nice locations. This is the great ship to use ROC miner, very convenient. You can fly whole day on this huge hydrogen tank and mine a lot of Hadanite if you really like this type of gameplay. I like from time to time, but this is not my daily routine, definitely. As we see, speed and maneuverability is not really there. At least HP pool is not the worst. Only 33,000, but if we see here, we see 15,000 to body and 9,000 to nose. And every other stuff is smaller shenanigans, and I'm almost sure that if you lose these smaller parts, you still can fly in your ship. So health pool is not the worst, to be honest. If we look at the shields, this ship have 4 shields. CL variant have only 3, but is still 3 shields. This is not bad. If you really want to do some dogfighting, I highly recommend to change the loadout for full competition loadout. Let's change all of these shields to Trenta. Let's put here Starburn power plants and we have 24.6 thousand HP for shields, which is pretty nice. CL variant can have a maximum 80.5 thousand HP for shields, which is still pretty nice. If we look at the loadout and components, and even speed and maneuverability, we see a lot of similarities between Zeus and Freelancer. In my opinion, Zeus is just a little bit newer and more convenient version of Freelancer. So if you like this type of ships, if you fly Freelancer a lot and you want to have something newer and more polished, in my opinion, Zeus is a good choice. Unless you are using Freelancer Max, because Max is different. Max can hold Ursa rover. This is the smallest ship that can fit Ursa rover, one of the best choices for industrial player if you want to be a cargo hauler slash transporter. Let's look at this. Actually, I'm very curious how much is the Freelancer Max. 4 millions for Freelancer Max. The ship with nice hydrogen capacity and quantum fuel. 120 SCU of cargo. Maneuverability and speed is very similar to the Zeus series. A little bit less speed, but maneuverability is very, very similar. As we see, here is CL variant. Also similar stats for hydrogen capacity, quantum fuel capacity. Only cargo capacity is little bit bigger, but the cargo grid on Zeus CL is little bit clunky, as I mentioned before, and also have free shields and so on and so forth. But it's much, much more expensive. Almost 7 millions on Lorville. 7 freaking millions. Look at this. Starlancer Max, 4.2 millions. Zeus CL, 6.8. It's better to use Freelancer Max, and I tell you that. I hate Freelancer series because I hate this letterbox cockpit. But maybe it's even better to make a little bit more money. Look at this, 1.2 millions more, and you have Constellation Taurus. This is definitely better ship with better shielding, much better guns, more cargo, almost the same speed and maneuverability. The only downside of the Connie is size and lack of gold standard on this ship. So I still highly recommend to use Constellation Taurus if you want to have solo daily driver for cargo running. Definitely this is the best choice. Even Drake Corsair will be better choice in my opinion, because you can slap here much more than this 72 SCU in a cargo bay. This cargo bay can transport even light tanks, so this is not so bad at all, and you have everything else that Drake Corsair have. And Drake Corsair is even cheaper than Zeus CL. It's cheaper. So this is a very, very weird stuff. But okay, this is Drake. CL is RSI. But to be honest, doing money in games, the million UEC right now in 4.0 branch, it's not a big deal. So if you really want this ship, buy it in game. Let's grind this money. Buy yourself a nice ship you wanted to test, but you didn't have money, or you didn't want to buy this ship for real money, which is very reasonable. If you really wanted, so just make some money in the contracts and buy yourself a nice new ship. So this is everything if we're talking about Ercol stats and me talking to the web page. Let's do a hangar decoration test. Okay, first test. Let's take this table here and let's try put here something. So as you see, objects don't attached to anything still are still changing positions. This med pen can't be even placed on the table. So if you want to have something on your table here outside of cargo grid, in my opinion is no-go. But let's check out this bigger table. This table is much heavier. I always wanted to make something like small armory here. As we see, table itself don't move because it's much heavier. But the gun, it's moving. If I am far away, it's not. But if I am closer, it's moving. I have here a couple other guns. As we see, these items are still moving. For me, it's not good enough to make my small armory in the hangar, maybe on the cargo grid. If you have a medium hangar, you can use one of the elevators for this setup. We will check it out very quickly. So I do a little bit of magic here. Let's go. Alright, everything ready. And I'm really surprised. Quick talking about result. I needed to place the seats and couches off grid because placing this on grid is, you know, little bit clunky as we see. I can't place on grid this chair closer to the table. Which is not really big deal because I can place it off grid using my my mouse button. And I still can sit here. Nothing weird happening. Here I have a little armory, as we see. This table is right now attached to the grid, and these guns are not moving. I can take it. I can place it again. Nothing weird happening. And this is pretty convenient to have this one resting area on one cargo elevator if you have two cargo elevators in your hangar. And you need at least a medium hangar to have it. This is great, to be honest. Maybe I do it in PU, but I don't really know if I want to deal with hangars. Maybe I wait for another patch when elevators will work a little bit better than right now. So, yeah, it's a good stuff, really. So maybe it's not perfect, maybe it's not the same like on advertisement of 3.24.0 patch when personal hangars was introduced, but as we see, better server performance, improve item physics at least a little bit. Enough to enjoy so simple and nice things in your hangar if you attach your tables to the grid. And that's everything for today. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing. It will help me a lot. And if you want to become fuel supplier to this channel and help this channel to be better and better, please check out pinned comment. As always, thanks for watching, have a great day, and bye bye.